I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. Thank you so much.
Ah, I can see. I can see.
I'm strong. So far, since we started, since we
Yeah.
started, and of course, what have you seen so far? Let's talk about Royal Q. That is our main focus, and of course, um, since we started, what have you seen? Are you getting it right? I know you can never get it 100%. Floating loss is always going to be
Yeah.
a headache to deal with.
Yeah.
Put it like that. So it's always going to be a headache because a floating loss, it's part of us. It's part of showing us that in life we make mistakes. So we're always gonna go for that mistake, and boom, maybe we're early, maybe
Yeah.
we're too late, and then it happens. But yeah, what can you tell me so far since we started with Royal Q? What have you experienced? Let me discuss
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. What I've experienced through your guidance, and then I am now able to take a trade. I'm able to check before you can even release them. I'm
You're talking
learning a
about
bit.
signals.
Signals, yes. I'm able
Wow,
to check the signals on my own. And
fantastic.
yesterday it was so fantastic. It was the highest profit that I made. I made about $35 yesterday.
About how many? How much?
$35.
Wow, I didn't know. Wow, that is fantastic.
Yeah. When I sent it to you in the morning, I think it was around $14, $15. But it
Oh
grew
wow,
towards the end, it ended up making 35.
wow,
Yeah. And today, at least, the market is down, but at least I've got $5.
wow, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
5 point something. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm experiencing and I'm starting to enjoy it a lot. Really, I'm now
Yes.
able to even set up the target. I checked that even I started the whole this month, this December month, from the 1st of December up to now. Yeah, I am at around $135. You see, that's
Wow.
great. Sometimes to reach that throughout for a month, it wasn't so easy. But for
Mm.
now, before even the 10th of the month, I'm already at $135.
Wow, that's
I see
fantastic.
some great improvement. Yes.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Anything that could be a challenge so far as you can see it, anything that could be a challenge, what can you tell me there?
Yeah, I think is the only, yeah, what I can say, the challenge is only the trade, those coins, which sometimes take time to be out. And sometimes I check, I tried
Yes.
to rebuy. You find that it shows that it wants to come out, but from there to when it goes down. That is the only thing. But otherwise, those coins, even the previous one that took about a week or two, all
Mm.
of them are out now. Yeah, yeah,
Wow. I'm glad you have mentioned that. I'm glad you have mentioned the part whereby sometimes it takes a little bit of a while. It will do that. We will always have such a challenge whereby sometimes it will take a while because it is not controlled by us, but it is fairly controlled by the market.
yeah,
So
yes.
that is the most important thing. That is the
Mm,
most
mm,
so that is the most important thing. But now in a case whereby let me just do this quickly. In a case whereby you want to take advantage of such, maybe you want to beat it, you want
uh,
to get to a point whereby you work, how can I put it? Let's say, yeah, let me just share a plan on how you can work around it. How
Yeah.
you can work around it. It's not perfect, but remember, we are taking money from the market. So strategies are there to overcome that. But
Mhm.
it doesn't substitute the fact that we are working from the market.
Yeah.
So this is a way of taking advantage of it. So if I may ask, what is your first buying amount?
Yeah, normally is it that rule of 60-40?
Yes.
I use only, yeah.
So when
I
you
make sure if, yeah.
so
I
when you take
normally
a trade,
buy,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I make sure that I leave, if the trade is out, I check the money that I should leave for the 40%. Then if it is $150, I take the whole $150 to buy the signal and leave the 40% behind, because I've seen that's how it gives me some more profit. But sometimes I was taking that one of taking the 50% of the amount.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes out quickly before I could even realize, and only to find that 3 signals remain. I mean, yeah, coins remained for quite a bit, but I'm managing that one.
Okay, no problem. Then now, for example, on let's say on your, just to improve on your Binance, how much is there on your
Yeah.
Binance?
Now I was working on 100. Now I'm having 1,001. I mean, or 1,000. Now it is now at 1,100. Yeah, I
Okay,
think it's
now it is
1,112. Yeah.
okay. I was sitting at
So
1,100 and something.
yeah.
Okay. No, so this is a scenario that could help you manage. You see
Okay.
there, Mr. Monwabi is counting money there, which is good.
Okay.
No, don't hide it, my grades. It's fine.
Oh, I want to give us money.
No, don't hide it. We don't know your location, so don't worry. Don't
All
hide
right.
it.
Yeah.
uh, okay, let me just quickly check what I was doing here. So I wanted to um to share my screen. I wanted to share my screen there. So let's quickly work on this. So this could be the scenario, my grades. So if you could have a pen and paper just to improve.
Yeah,
And
I do
maybe
it. I do it.
okay,
I do it.
good. What's happening? Whenever I share. Okay, hopefully. Please confirm if you can see my screen on your side.
Yes, I do see it.
Okay, perfect. So this should be a scenario. You are sitting on, let's say you are sitting on $1,000,
Yeah.
$1,100. So that is what the capital is.
Mm.
Now this is the capital. So this is the
Yes.
capital. Now, if you look at it, in order to manage, let's say capital, I'm not sure of the spelling, in order to manage for your trades not to take too long in the market and for you to manage your floating loss much better. Now, you should be looking in a scenario whereby you are here. Let me just use this device for this one. I need. Perfect. So let's say 1,100 multiplied by 60%. Now it will give you what you need to connect to the market is
$660.
$660. Now the question is, if you connect the $660 like this, it will take you almost a year for the market to come out. So you need to break it down. You have to say this divided by 4 coins. We all know that, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to go deep into it. So this divided by 4 coins.
Yeah, it's 165.
Now it means your first buying amount for each and every coin that you'll take it with $65. Wait for the market to come out and then jump again and all that. Work on your floating loss and all and all. Now it means that 40% that is on standby is 400
140.
So 440, that is your 40%. This is 440. Now, here's a scenario for you to get better at this. You focus on this amount, which is $160.
165.
165. Now, whenever you take a signal here, instead of taking it with 165, divide 165 by 2.
Okay.
Because the market at some point will always go down. That is something that we can expect.
All right.
Now, it means you will take your first coin with 82.5.
5, yeah.
Dollars. With this scenario, whenever the market drops, it drops. You are able here to see now, okay, I've taken this trade. Instead of the market rising, it drops. Now I'm sitting on minus 2%. I'm sitting on minus 3% in terms of my actual market, not the real market. My percentage, my position is sitting at minus 3%, 2%. You now add liquidity. You add liquidity. How much are you adding? You're adding
82.5.
This times 2 for you to get exactly what you wanted, which was how much?
Oh, I say 165.
165.
All right. Okay.
Now that minus 3% will be reduced into half. It's going to be now minus 1.5%. It means that the market will rise up to 1.5% for you to be in profit. You can even, for argument's sake, add from this 82, add the entire, but I don't want you to add it. Why? Because it has to rise about this in order for you to get to start making profit, to go on a floating profit.
All right.
But the market can maybe do a little bit of magic. Instead of rising from here, it drops again.
Yeah.
It decides to drop again. Now, when it drops again from here, you find yourself, you were sitting on minus 1.5%. It has taken you back from this position amount, it has taken you back to minus 2% or 3%. So we'll use 3% for argument's sake.
All right.
And you do the same here, you add liquidity.
Okay.
Remember, you haven't touched your 40%. Only now you're going to touch it.
Okay.
So now you get, now this becomes times 2.
Mm.
Now, your position amount now, instead of, it's now 165 times 2.
313.
So now you are sitting at
330.
we are sitting at 330.
Mm.
You are sitting at $330. Just
Okay.
so if you are sitting at $330, still it happens that the market $330. It happens that you are now sitting at minus 1.5 again. So the market will just rise about 1.5% for you to realize profit. Now, with this scenario, if it happens for you, the market was out here, it's okay. You've got your 3%. 3% of 82.5, which is what? Which is 2 point something dollars. 2.4 dollars. That is fine. That's okay. But in case the market goes out from 160, it's okay, because now you've got 165 and you've got your 3% from here. It's still okay, which is $4.9.
All right.
In case the market, you'll get your 3% from here, it's still okay, because that's how much that is. 330 multiplied by 3%, you'll get your 9.9.
Okay.
So you could keep it simple like this.
Okay.
Now, I was just focusing on one coin. Should that coin decide to drop? So you'll do the same scenario to the rest of 1, 2, 3, 4 coins.
Okay.
Same strategy applies. So with this,
okay,
whatever that you did last month, you will double it with just this strategy.
all right. Okay.
And the rest you leave it to the market.
Okay.
The only thing here to monitor is not to add liquidity too quickly.
Okay.
But again, with the strategy whereby you decide to aim for, let's say, coins whereby it's sitting, the market is sitting on minus 7%, you are in good position. But the market might drop here. When it drops here, so you have to just constantly look at your back office, your coins, your running coins. When it drops here from -7 to -8, -9%, whatever the case might be, you add your liquidity there. Obviously, for it to come out much quicker in the market for you to make profit. Still, the coin is still not on a plus in terms of its market. You are making money while it's still on the minus. So this of course could go for everybody that is involved. So those challenges that you are facing, obviously, you can sort it out like this. It's a little bit different from a person that is injected, let's say $15. Maybe if you injected $15, maybe let's focus on that. Let's turn our faith on the person that has injected $15 and maybe see what is it that they can improve on, that they can do. Remember, obviously, we have minimum funds. We are minimum. We are not that flexible. So you've got your $100 there. So this is your $100 that you've got. And of course, we know now your 60%, it is $60. That is your 60%. And instead of going for the first buying amount that we all know it's $15, yes, go for it, $15. But now, instead of going for a strategy whereby we've got 4 coins, you go for 2 coins.
Okay.
If you are on a minimum, go for 2 coins. So you take two trades and you focus on that. Sorry. Which is, device just dropped. I think I touched one of the wires by mistake. Am I still there, my great sir?
I'm still with you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Apologies. Let me just connect this quickly. Happened to oops, I don't know, but it's fine. Let's continue. So with that said, you focus on 2 coins. So when you focus on 2 coins, you are now in a position, if you've injected a minimum, you are now in a position whereby you go for the first coin, $15 there, it's fine. But it happens that it drops. So you've got 1, 2. It happens you've got BNB here, and you've got Sol here. So it happened for Sol to drop, or whatever market here it drops. From the $15, it goes down, it drops. So when it drops like this, you can borrow from now your 40% that is sitting there. But remember now your 40% is no longer, you've only used $30. So you've only used $30 and you've got $70 in your supposed to be 40%. You've got $70 on standby.
All right, okay.
So $70 is on standby.
Standby.
You've only used 15 plus times 2, and it gave you $30. So in total, you've spent $30 in this market. 2 coins. Now it means that when the market decides to drop, you can add liquidity. How much liquidity? You can add $30. Okay. Sorry, you can add $15.
Okay.
Remember here the market, you've entered the market with $15. Here the same thing. $15 as well. Now, and the market decides to drop, then you add $15. It's now $15 times 2. It's now $30. So you are sitting on the market of what? $30. So you can do the same with this market as well. But if it comes out perfect, no problem. But in case it drops again from here, instead of rising, it drops again. Now, you borrow from here, now you add $30. Now you are sitting on a market that is sitting on what? $60. Now, I can tell you, sooner or later it will rise and you'll benefit.
Okay.
Because what we have done here, obviously we have reduced the percentage. So always the market has to rise a little bit, then you start to be on profit. It has to rise a little bit, you start to be on a floating profit. Because in case the market comes out here, you've got what? You've got $15 times 3%, and you get your 0.45. $0.45, which is your profit. That's perfect. But in case it rises from here, you hit your 3% from here, it means that this times 2. So you've got 0.9% from the market in dollars. But in case it happens to be out on 60%, on $60, it rises from here, you hit your 3% from here, and you get to hit your 1.8%.
1.8, yes.
Which is roughly your target for the day.
Okay.
Especially when we are in a market, you've injected $100 in your exchange. So this could be the scenario. This could be very beneficial, and you won't have to wait too much in the market. You can do the same for both coins.
Okay.
Same strategy. This will benefit you a lot.
Okay.
So hopefully, let's see if somebody has got a question, and we can hit it from them, from what you just discussed. If you've got a question, feel free.
Yeah. Let me check with you. You should start with one coin, meaning that the rest of the money will be left. I don't just engage it. I can work on 1 or 2 coins at the same time, so that I have got enough balance, more than 40%, so that I will be able to make sure that those coins get out quicker by using the floating loss system.
For you, you can stick to the 4 coins because you are sitting on $1,100, right?
All right.
So,
okay.
so for you, stick to the first scenario whereby you've got 4 coins connected. Each market, you're now taking it with $85, $82.5, and whenever it drops, you add another $82 for it to be $165, and for you to hit your desired target. So you focus on that, you will see the results. Each and every 4 coins, you will do the same strategy with each and every 4 coins. So instead of taking all 4 coins with 165, you will take all 4 coins with 82.5. And then whatever happens in those markets, if it drops, and then you add another $82 there, $82.5, it becomes $165. And the other ones, if it drops again, you do the same. But if it comes out, it's fine. You've got your percentage, and you wait for another signals, you signal, you go for it.
Clarified. Thanks, 100% clear. Thank you, sir.
So in case it's still struggling to say, okay, remember we still have a floating loss group. You can just send it from there. And that group, you don't have to send it. You can take advantage of that, because on that group, you don't have to wait for that group until you're in trouble. You can use that group for profit as well, to say, just hopefully one will be available and be able to assist and say, okay, now, because what happens when you send something on that group, one will look at oh, this is the market. And then one will go to the market and analyze that coin again and look at the movement of the coin. So if the movement of the coin is positive, one will advise and say, okay, it looks to be positive, let's add liquidity. And then you go for it. But with the strategy where you take your own signals and you focus on each market that is sitting on -7%, of course, when it drops to -9%, it's an advantage to you for you to add liquidity. When it drops to -12%, it's an advantage for you to add liquidity, because it will come out much quicker. So you can use that strategy there. It's going to be much perfect.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah, then for a person that has injected $100 in their obviously back office, then they can go for that strategy that we spoke about, to say, look, you've injected $100 there. Your focus, your approach now, it's a little bit different, because your approach now, you focus on just 2 coins. if you've got $100 there, and you spend only $30 in the market instead of $60. You spend $30 for you to have a little bit of a backup. So that will give you more power to say when the market goes out with $15, that's okay, that's fine. You will 100% benefit. But in case the market happens to be out, to drop, this is the point whereby you can add liquidity here. And match it at what? At another $15 to be $30. And obviously that percentage will be reduced. And now you are sitting on $30 position amount. When it comes out, you definitely get your percentage, 3%. But in case this drops, now you borrow from your 40% now. Only now you're going to use that. Because what you were using what was yours already, but now you are now going to take from that 40% to say, okay, now let me match that $30. Now I'm adding $30 for it to be $60 and relax. Then sooner or later it will come out and you are in profit.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Cool. Anyone with a question? If you've got a question, please feel free. Feel free to definitely ask if you have a question with what we just discussed. But otherwise, we had just a very, very short session. Thank you for attending. Let's have a full presentation tomorrow where we discuss the business as a whole. This ended up to be a training because I saw the number that attended earlier were members. I think this would have been an eye-opener for those that joined the call. Otherwise, thank you so much. Our video call was, the recorded was a little bit scrappy with my phone falling and stuff, with also disturbance from the family and stuff. But I'll have a look at it, maybe try to edit a little bit there, and then maybe just share it for the benefit of everybody. So and I'll try to do that when I manage to have a little bit of time. Otherwise, thank you, Leadership Phineas, for being part of it. Leadership Nazi, I see you just joined. Thank you for you've been joining. Leadership Mahlaba, thank you. Well done for holding it tight for us. Maybe let me go to you, Mr. Leadership Mahlaba then. Please unmute yourself on your side, my great sir. How are you, sir?
No, I'm fine, Leadership. No problem.
I believe I believe the money is away now, so you can open your video.
Yeah, no. The money is away now. It's far enough away.
Let's open the video. Let's have a quick chat. Maybe you tell me. How has been the experience for you? How has been the experience for you, my great sir? If you may share, since you started with us, what is your winning formula? And yeah, I see the results on the group, but yeah, let's chat about it.
I've just joined I've just joined the Leadership Project.
Yes, sir.
I started on the 14th of October. So I'm just a month into this, but relatively it's doing good, because what I normally do, I always, because I started with the 100 and something, that was my initial. I bought the robots, and I think I was left with about 100 and something, 120 somewhere there. But what I have been doing, I've been adding in terms of my Binance, depositing into my Binance.
Oh yeah.
To an extent that now, that's why you'll realize that now I am doing well, good, because I think I have enough of the on Binance. My balance is a bit bigger there. I'm able to buy consistently, and fortunately the coins are coming out quite good. But I'm sticking to the 60-40. I'm sticking to that. I'm working on it. Yes, and also it's yielding results. It's yielding results. Yes, of course, some coins do stay for quite a while.
Yeah, for quite a while.
But when you have about 4 coins, Yeah, when we have about 4 coins, whilst the others are there, but others are getting out.
True.
I've not yet practiced what you've just taught us now. The one that says if you, for instance, have, because my coins, I normally buy them 1 coin at 300 dollars
yes.
now.
Oh yes.
Now I've not practiced this one of saying instead of taking at $300, let me try taking at 150, so that I allow
Yes.
space for me to use the floating
Space.
thing. And then, yeah, I've not yet done that one. I think it's one thing. I think it's one thing I think I've learned out of this session today. I learned
because
to put it to the.
Yes, my good sir, because if you do that, and remember, to make money on RunQ, you have to log in as often as possible to see if your coins are out already. Yeah, that is a very beneficial. But now, if you are taking your market with $300, now it says that instead of taking it with $300, you will take it with what? You take it with $150.
150 each coin.
Each coin. So each of the every 4 coins, all the 4 coins, you will take with you will take with $150. So what will happen there? In case the market decides to rise from here, you will have your 3% of from $150, which is gonna be this is gonna be 4.5% in terms of a profit. So that is gonna be 4.5%. That is your profit, which is brilliant, which is okay. That's fine. But now, in case the market drops from here, it drops from here, it goes down. So when it goes down, you realize now, okay, it's now sitting from, let's say, minus 1.5%, minus 2%, minus 3%. It is on your floating loss. Yes, it's still not bad because the market will rise and you will benefit. But because you want to come out quickly, then you add now this 150 again. It becomes what? Then this becomes $300, the desired amount. This is the amount that you wanted. Okay.
Now tell me, Maleta, when do I start this thing of adding liquidity? Is there a percentage that I must wait until maybe it reaches, say, 3% down, or any time? At what stage do you then add liquidity?
Now there are 2 scenarios there. One scenario, let's say, are you able to take your own signals at the moment? Have you joined those trainings?
Yes, I've taken some. Yes, I've taken some, but others I always get them from the group. But I'm also taking my own coins. Yeah.
No problem. Now, you are sitting at this market now. This is minus 7%. Yes. And when you're sitting on minus 7%, you log in again. You find this is no longer minus 7%. Now this is minus 9%.
Yes.
It's the perfect time to add liquidity.
Okay.
Because now the market is sitting at minus 12%, maybe, for example, for argument's sake. You've taken the market, it was sitting on minus 7%, but now instead of rising, it has dropped to minus 12%. It's the perfect time to add liquidity.
Okay. All right.
Now,
I get you.
On another scenario now, let's say now you are sitting in a position whereby I'm talking about your market now, not your floating position. So your floating loss position. So let's say you've taken a signal and you log in again. The market did not rise, but now it's sitting on minus 2%.
Yes.
It doesn't matter maybe how much is that in terms of dollars, but it's sitting on. It's a perfect time to add liquidity. But with this, use the floating loss group.
Okay.
With this part, it's okay. There's no need to use it. You are safe. That is why if you're gonna take the market at minus 7%, you are 100% safe there. Whatever floating
Okay.
loss that may happen here, it's because of unforeseen circumstances.
Okay. Okay.
But this side here, you've taken the market, the signal, and you realize the signal did not rise, but it dropped. Now here, you are sitting at minus 2% or minus 1.5%. It's the perfect time to add liquidity, but this part, if you are able to make a screenshot and send it to the floating loss group, perfect.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
one will look at that coin again and one will advise and say, yeah, no, it's a perfect time to add liquidity. Oh, no leadership. It looks like the market is still going down. So let's relax a little bit.
Okay.
So
No,
those are the scenarios that you can benefit from.
thank you very much. No, I get you very well. I get you
You're
very
welcome,
well.
my leadership.
So
No,
the point is that don't rush and take the maximum amount. Try
yes,
to create some space for you
some
so
room
that
for
you are
you.
able, create room.
Yeah,
No,
create more
perfect.
room for you so that you are
Yeah.
able to maneuver around.
No, that's great.
Because we all the strategies we have, it's out of the market and to work the market. So we all want a bigger pie in the market. We all want to get a 3% of $1,000, 3% of $300, 3% of $500. We want that.
Yes.
We do want that, but let's get it quantitative wise, little by little.
Okay.
That is our strategy in Royal Q. By getting whatever that we want, we will get, but we are getting it little by playing it safe.
No, that's great. That's great. Thank you so
Perfect.
much. Thank you.
I appreciate you, my great sir. Thank you so much.
You,
let me check on the questions here. I see we've got I think a question here. Let me just come back to the room and see. Okay, we've got leadership Phineas there. Appreciate it, my great sir. Leadership Mark, greeting, my leader. I have a question. What makes a coin not to come out when the market is on 15% and rise to minus 9%, but still the coin is not coming out? Second one, does the bad market affect the running coins? Cool. When we started, my leader, we started not knowing exactly Royal Q the way that we know it now. We started fairly relying on others to help us win. While we were learning the market, we're learning Royal Q as it is. We're spending time so that we can be on our own. So we did manage to suffer a lot of floating loss in the past because we didn't have such strategies. 60-40 rule did not exist and all that. Well done for those that started now, because those one are reaping the benefit of all the hard work that we've put in. So just to answer your question, we are working the market, my great sir. And with what we shared already, it will help you a lot to be safe, to be not in a position whereby you are on a minus 15%. It will help you a lot. And if you follow these strategies that we shared today, that is exactly what will help you to not face any minus 15% in your entire circumstances. So let me answer your question. Let's say you've taken a coin. This coin is B, and this was a signal. And this coin, you've taken this coin with $15. And the market decides from here to drop drastically, so, like it drops like crazy. it puts you in a position whereby now the market is sitting on minus 9%. If you don't have 40%, you are in trouble. Because it will try now. Remember, we are gunning for 3%, but now we are on a minus. It means this market has to rise 9% plus for you to start to realize profit. And that is practically possible, but very hard to experience in the market. It does happen. This is the last resort, last scenario, where we're gonna leave it to the market to do its magic. Because most of the time, the market will rise from here. It will rise from here, rise and drop. It creates another floating loss. And rise, and rise, and rise, and drop. Creates another one. Rise, rise, and drop. So you're still not making money while it does this. And the people that, hence why you will find that we have shared the signal that you are sitting on a floating loss, because the people are still making money on the same coin because they are managing their funds well. So for you to take advantage of this minus 9%, you have to add another $15. If you have. This $15 will cut this, will be divided by 2. It's no longer going to be 9%, it's going to be minus 4.5%. Now, chances are the market might rise 4.5% plus for you to start making profit, which is okay. But if you've got more funds, this is now sitting on, it's sitting on $30. If you have more funds, you can now plus another $30. For this to be now sitting on $60. Now, this 4.5 will now be reduced times 2 again, which is now what? Which is now minus 2.2%. You are in a better position here. For the market to rise 2.5% and you start to be on a floating profit, it just has to rise now, let's say this plus 3%. Now you are in a position of 5.25% for the market to rise in order for you to hit your 3% target. Done. Instead of the market rising 9%, 15%, and so forth and so forth. So this could be the solution to that. By you not becoming a victim of that, please, Leadership Mark, I will send you a message to unmute on your side. Please try to follow the strategies that we shared, depending on how much is the amount there, and it will help you a lot. Yes, my king. Ngiyaphila baba.
Ngiyaphila.
Amen.
So, kuze babe awukho kule, maybe I will understand.
My great sir.
Yeah, my question is, it's on the market